CBC Chair, Stephen Horsford, our CBCF Chair, Terry Sewell, I want to thank you both for your years of service to the CBC and to our nation. I also thank our leader, Hakeem Jeffries, for your outstanding leadership at this time, and of course, always Assistant Leader Jim Clyburn. And then, of course, there is the Secretary of the Housing and Urban Development and the former CBC Chair, the incredible Marcia Fudge. I also extend congratulations to all our Phoenix Award winners, including LL Cool J and MC Lyte, representing 50 years of hip hop. And to all the members of the CBC here tonight, we have worked together on so many issues over the years, from combating maternal mortality to protecting voting rights, from eliminating lead pipes to expanding access to capital. So as a proud former CBC member, I thank you for your partnership and for your leadership. The CBC has always been a conscience of our country, a truth teller, truths about where we have been and where we must go. Tonight, let us continue to speak truth. Across America, there is a full-on attack on many of the hard-fought, hard-won freedoms that the CBC has achieved. The freedom to vote, to teach America's full history, to address inequity and diversity, to love who you love, to access education, health care, and economic opportunity, and the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body. And on that last point, let us be clear. Just consider the highest court in our land, the Court of Thurgood, just took a constitutional right that had been recognized from the people of America, from the women of America. And as a result, in state after state across our country, extremist so-called leaders passed laws to criminalize doctors and punish women, many with no exception even for rape or incest. And let us be clear, one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. And so many of us decided before the midterms to take it to the streets, to energize, to organize and mobilize. And let us remember all those pundits who predicted a red wave. Well, that didn't happen. Instead, up and down the ballot, the American people elected leaders who stand for freedom and liberty, including several new members of this very caucus. Together, the CBC is helping to lead the fight for reproductive freedom, just as you continue to lead the fight for civil rights. And I do believe the right to be safe is also a civil right. Today, however, gun violence is the #1 cause of death for children in America. But instead of protecting our children, extremists obstruct. We all know the story of the Justins. Silenced microphones, expulsion from the chamber, so outrageous that the next morning I got on Air Force 2 and flew down to Nashville, where I saw thousands of young leaders with the courage, determination, and moral clarity to demand action. Demanding, as we all do, red flag laws, universal background checks, and a renewal of the assault weapons ban. And CBC, please let us just take a moment to call out the hypocrisy that while we try to ban assault weapons, they try to ban books. We want to keep guns out of schools. They want to keep books out of schools. And it does not stop there. In Florida, they intend to tell our children that enslaved people benefited from slavery, and then proposed a debate on this point. Well, I said when I went down to Florida, there is no round table, no lecture, no invitation we will accept to debate an undeniable fact: there were no redeeming qualities to slavery. I have also been on a national college tour to convene our best and brightest on the importance of defending our hard-fought freedoms. And with great joy, I can report back, these young leaders are in the fight because they know it does not have to be this way. They know when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, that our President, Joe Biden, will sign it. When Congress renews the assault weapons ban, President Joe Biden will sign it. And when you pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act and the Freedom to Vote Act, Joe Biden will sign them. So I conclude with this. I believe that it is a sign of the strength of a leader to have some level of curiosity, concern, and care for the struggles of the people. That a real leader has empathy. Well, our president, Joe Biden, is such a leader. He has the courage and compassion, the skill and purpose that meet this very moment in our country, and he is ready to fight. So please join me in welcoming the President of the United States, Joe Biden.